Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? I look like a Smurf. I look like a Smurf this morning. How you doing? Hey Marion G. Hey Luna. How you doing? Eyes to See. How you doing? And MM. How you doing? Okay, I'm going to get into some news. I'm going to share my screen. Where am I? Share my screen. And we're going to get into some news. Just excuse me for a minute. Okay, let's get into it. Okay. Tim Young, who said the people who began equating grooming with the LGBTQ community were the leftists who falsely called Florida's parental rights legislation the Don't Say Gay bill. They rang the bell on that narrative. Now they're flailing that they lost control of it. Yes, because the Don't Say Gay bill wasn't Don't Say Gay. It was do not teach children about sexual things before they're ready, and that means any ideology. That's what that meant, okay? But they said it first, so they've lost control of the narrative. Tom Fitton said a corrupt regime facing an economic crisis targets its political opponents with jail and government harassment. We've seen this play before, repeatedly. Stalin, Mao, Hitler, you name it. Madeline Sedona said, yep, and it says, don't ask why I need an AR-15, ask why the IRS agents need one. And I agree with that. Oh, this one, Truthbot from Illuminati Bot, said the water car. Stan Mayer was the inventor of the car that ran purely on hydrogen extracted from water. When strong interest came from the Pentagon and the $5 trillion a year big oil industry, in 1997, Mayer is allegedly to have refused a $1 billion offer for his patents. Stan Mayer was poisoned to death the next year. That's what happens. You know, if people find out, there are people who do water-powered cars, but they do it very quietly and very privately because they don't want to end up dead. We Will Win said, I can't say I'm surprised. Why was that old drunk out driving at 2 a.m., driving around? And Mel MSN TCRN said, boom, Trump lawyer implies, I don't know, I'm just reading this, Pelosi's husband may have had a child in the vehicle the night he smashed his vehicle. The clue to the passenger is referencing Mr. Epstein and underage something happening there. The lawyer uses the word concealed to drop a clue of a cover-up. Now, I don't know, and I can't play the actual clip because you won't hear it. I've got no sound on StreamYards that I'm on unless I download them and then play them. But I will do another video, as I said, with all the videos in it. Fisher King said in fallout from FBI raid on Mr. T, keep hearing incredulous, how could they be this stupid? No answer because it's wrong question. Given criteria for hiring in federal bureaucracy now, question is, why doesn't dumb shit like this happen more often? And it will. Similarly, what people often refer to as gaslighting is often simpler than that. Some of these people are just really that dumb and incompetent. So when someone claims women's rights are infrastructure, people genuinely believe this, don't understand it's absurd. And what this means in so many cases is that you can't try to win the argument or point out contradictions or hypocrisy. The people either don't care or really don't even understand your point. The solution is to replace the personnel and appoint the competent. And I agree with that one too. Tom Fitton said, dishonest and corrupt Schiff making up new rules for Mr. T. Face the Nation. On FMR, Mr. T's claim that he declassified the documents found in the FBI research of Mar-a-Lago, Rep. Adam Schiff said he hasn't seen evidence that Mr. T went through the declassification process. Of course he's seen no evidence of it, nor have they presented any evidence of that. Shifty Schiff, little pencil neck there. I don't trust him. He's not a good guy. VB said nuclear. Oh, this one's good. I'm going to play it without sound. Nuclear MAGA, all races, religions and creeds gathering at Mar-a-Lago to support President Trump. I'd say, honestly, I wouldn't go there, but if you do go there, be very peaceful and don't fall for any of the traps that they set, okay? But look at this. Look at this. I bet you that's not what they were going for when they did this, when they raided him. The FBI is asshole. Oh dear, I'm getting a kick out of this. Oh, this is actually funny. I think it backfired on them, guys. Okay, Cernovich said Normie law professor had best take on the Mar-a-Lago raid. Democrats never accepted that he was POTUS. He's seen more classified information than all but a few living people. But they can't accept Mr. T was POTUS, so it just feels wrong for him to have the documents. It's their feelings, you know, their feelings. Oh, dear. Richard Grinnell said Hunter Biden's laptop is filled with evidence of Biden family corruption. Why is the Justice Department not acting on it? I think we're all asking the same questions here. The Bradford Files said they raided Mr. T because the January 6th show trial didn't work, because the second impeachment didn't work, the first impeachment didn't work, because the Russian hoax didn't work, because Hillary lost and they've never accepted it. So they're saying that we never accepted the results of 2020. Well, they never accepted the results of 2016. I mean, Hillary was even on camera saying, what was it? Why aren't I ahead? Does anyone remember that clip? She was asking, why aren't I ahead? Elijah Schaefer said, laugh my ass off. They didn't even know his name. Drew Hernandez said, I'm offended. If you're going to do a hit piece on me, at least get my name right. I'm honoured to be amongst the top 10 online accounts defending the innocence of children. They called him Frank Drew Hernandez. And they said he was an internet personality who hosts a daily show called Frontlines for Turning Point USA, a right-wing organisation targeting students. He made a name for himself live streaming protests and was present at Kenosha, Wisconsin at the protest where Kyle Rittenhouse shot multiple people. He later served as defence witness for Rittenhouse. On his show, he described members of the LGBTQ plus community as mentally ill and referring to Pride Month as Groomer Month. Hernandez has tweeted a number of times promoting the grooming narrative, including this tweet that brands those speaking against it with slur, pedo simp, meaning someone who is deferential to pedophiles. The tweet was viewed an estimated 50,000 times. What else have they got? Oh, they got Marjorie Taylor Greene first, James Lindsay second, Lauren Boebert third, Shaya Raichik, I don't know how to say that, sorry guys, she's fourth. I think. He, I don't know. Tim Young is 5th. Christina Pushaw is 6th. Frank Drew Hernandez is 7th. Chad Prather is 8th. Jack Posobiec is 9th. And Matt's Idea Shop is 10th. That's total 48,936,000 people who have viewed. Apparently they said it's the most hateful tweets. I don't think it is. I think it's true. Okay, and then he's got the link to the hit piece there. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Eudaimonia. I don't know how to say that. Sorry, guys. I don't think Resist Libs, the media, the DNC realised that after so many lies and conspiracies they've aimed at Mr. T, anything they try will just be seen as illegitimate and fake. They've used up their goodwill on lies since 2015. Also, anything they do bring is probably fake. Well, that's what they've run off so far. They've said a lot of lies about Mr. T. So I'm a black patriot. She's replying to someone here. And it's some Dems. Oh, hang on. No, it goes all the way up. Oh, my goodness. How does the party who fought to give blacks the right to vote don't want blacks voting? Do you hear how utterly imbecilic that sounds? Okay, that's not the one I read. Furthermore, the biggest form of racism is the Democrat Party policy aimed at reducing the black population. Remind me again why I should be dumb enough to help Democrats murder more black babies through Planned Parenthood, see? Then she said, nothing says racism like continuing white supremacist Margaret Sanger's eugenics program. She is the founder of Planned Parenthood. In 2018, per the CDC, 117,626 of the surgical abortions were of black children, which equals 33.6% of the total abortions. Convince me that isn't racist and I'd vote Democrat tomorrow, because they are. So anyone fighting for Planned Parenthood is fighting for those numbers. That's a high number for the black community, and it's a worry. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene said no one agrees with the riot at the Capitol on January 6th. As a matter of fact, it upset and shocked me very much. But the political persecution happening in our country upsets me even more. I toured the DC jail and will never forget the broken man singing the national anthem as, hang on, there's more to this, as their due process and human rights are violated by the very government in power. Yes, they did wrong, but no different than every single Antifa BLM rider that were bailed out by money raised from Democratic leaders like Kamala Harris, Ilhan Omar, and then had their charges dropped by Liberal DAs who probably cheer on the persecution of J6s. The two-tiered justice system needs to end. Ashley Babbitt's mother and supporters are gathering nightly outside the DC jail from 7 to 9:30 p.m. And that's sad too. Well, actually, okay, apart from the people who are breaking windows and stuff on J6, right, most of the people they weren't rioting like BLM and Antifa were, I'm telling you. You know, what are mostly peaceful protests? Yeah, them ones. But anyway, I'm not sticking up for them. Like, I'm not saying the people who did break windows and stuff probably should be charged with, breaking stuff. But the people who just wandered in innocently and were looking around and just, I don't believe they should be charged. Certainly not held for the last 18 months in a prison. Michael Schellenberger said, look at these guys. They're obsessed. Okay, here we go. Why we need to give insects the role they deserve. I'll tell you right now, you won't digest it, that they're non-digestible for the human body. This London insect farm is changing the way we eat. This company is breeding millions of insects at the heart. This is all the World Economic Forum. And then you've got World Economic Forum on Twitter. There's nothing like a, bug meal? World Economic Forum, this chef explains why we should all be eating bugs, I'm sure that's what it says. Insects could soon be appearing on restaurant menus. Any restaurant that wants to sell bugs to eat, I'll be boycotting. In fact, I'm boycotting them all because I don't eat out. This is why I eat at home. I want to know what's going into my food. These insects are turning food scraps into chemicals for batteries. You got to be kidding me. World Economic Forum on Twitter. By 2050, we'll have 10 something or others. I don't know. Nicole Kidman eating bugs. There you go. Sponsored by the WEF. Is there more? Oh, my God. IKEA and WWF team up for Swedish seed balls for insects. World Economic Forum on Twitter. Bug appetit. No, thank you. The World Economic Forum on Twitter, they eat the insects. Japanese farmers are using ducks instead of pesticides. Okay. World Economic Forum to science say an insect. I can't read all this. An insect apocalypse is putting life on Earth in peril. Well, what are they doing? You will eat insects and bugs soon, World Economic Forum. They can shove it. Seriously? Right where the sun doesn't shine, let me tell you. Is there more? Oh, God, here we go. Why bugs must be a bigger part of the human food chain, mate. Seriously? This is in London, England, August 15th. A pigeon burger with barbecued mealworms is prepared for a customer on a pop-up stand at one new change on August the 15th. Sometimes I think these aren't written very well. 2013 in London, England. The pest control specialist Rent-A-Kill are celebrating their 85th anniversary, and for one day only, they're giving passengers the chance to try sweet chili pigeon burgers, salted weaver ants, barbecue mole crickets, chocolate dipped worms, amongst other things on their stand, and they can keep them too. Holy guacamole. Why you can, should, and probably will eat bugs. No, thank you. Insects are really good for you. Yeah, you can't digest them. The human system cannot digest them. They're a low-fat source of protein full of nutritious goodness and carry a much lower carbon footprint than the other. Okay, here we go. Confession, I haven't tried eating them yet, but I will, and probably soon, and I'm willing to bet that you will too. Why? Because all the cool kids are doing it. Yeah, well, the cool kids can just go shove it as well. Oh, my goodness. Scientific American, Nature, the science. It's time to eat insects. That's not science. That's an ideology. How to develop an appetite for insects. No, thank you. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. But, yeah, they're going hard. But there's also, oh, my God, there was something else. Hang on. Artificial meat company claims you can buy salami made from, what is it? Made from human flesh of famous Hollywood actors. Insane people are currently in charge of everything. The inmates are running the asylum. The world has gone mad. In Wenatchee, Washington, I hope I said that right, a high school has placed band students inside suffocating cocoons where they can't see each other or socialise, but they still have to play the band instruments. This torture is being hailed as an amazing breakthrough by the principal of the school, who thinks children belong in cages, something Dems relentlessly accuse Mr. T of doing, but now they do it themselves while celebrating. In China, US diplomats are being forcibly subjected to COVID anal swabs in error, according to the US State Department, because anal swabbing is apparently more accurate than nasal swabs. For the flu? Doesn't sound right. So now if you work for the US government and are stationed in China, you get anally raped by the communist regime known as science. In California, a proposed new law would fine retailers that have separate boys and girls toy sections, demanding that only gender-neutral toy displays be allowed. This insane new law would also hilariously apply to online retailers too, where all toys must be displayed on gender-neutral web pages. The inmates are running the asylum. It makes me wonder what section would be appropriate for a trans woman action figure depicting a biological man smashing the teeth out of a woman's face as part of an MMA contact sports celebration of LGBTQ equality. Would that toy, featuring simulated blood and breakaway teeth, be applauded as long as it was blazoned with a rainbow logo and a trans pride flag? Because violence in the name of trans equality is progress, apparently. The world's completely gone mad, beyond bonkers. batshit crazy and the most insane of all, the people currently in charge of everything, including culture, government, mainstream media, education, entertainment, finance, and more. Well, all you really have to do is look at Klaus Schwab to realise how insane they are. I don't know if people have seen him on the beach with his little, I don't know, it looks like a wedding veil, and he's got lingerie on. And I don't know, he's got this little pouch for his, extra bits. Okay. Anyway, top it all off, a company known as Byte Labs appears to be offering the public a way to eat celebrities by harvesting cells from those celebrities' bodies, then cloning, culturing those cells in an artificial meat reactor, producing artisanal salami that you can buy and consume in your kitchen. Their slogan, eat celebrity meat. Not even joking. So yes, you can now literally eat James Franco's salami for lunch. And soon, no doubt, companies like this will offer their cannibalism creation based on the cells of Hollywood child stars, so that pedos and cannibals can literally eat the flesh of child movie stars. So you've got that. I was looking up actually how, about these stars, and New York gets approval to sell human flesh as meat. When was this? 2019. Where else but New York City? A newly opened restaurant within the city limits is boasting the nation's first license to serve human flesh on the menu. The restaurant, simply called Skin, received a license after petitioning the state and federal governments over laws against cannibalism. It's going from bugs to cannibalism, I'm telling you, really quickly too. As a species, we're at the top of the food chain, and the only meat left to tackle was other humans, said Skin owner Mario Dorsey, a 4-star Michelin chef. We battled long and hard to be able to serve human meat in our restaurant, and the government finally conceded that we were in the right. I don't think so. Dorsey says that he's been fighting cannibal ordinance laws for over 10 years and was finally given the green light after he promised the meat that was used would only come from people who had donated their bodies specifically to his restaurant. I've heard this before, knowing full well that they would be eaten. The Cannibal Club, anyone? We have to keep meticulous records, and there's a lot of paperwork someone has to fill out before they die and before they can be eaten, said Dorsey. What did they die of? I hope it's not a disease, because then they're just going to, spread the disease? I don't know. We do pay handsomely for body donations, though, and the money can be used for anything, since funeral expenses become zero when you donate your body to be eaten. Dorsey says that there are plenty of dishes on the menu that do not include human meat, but those leery of the process should not order at all. Oh, really? So there's plenty of dishes on the menu that don't include human meat, but if you're wary of it at all, you shouldn't order. Okay, have they made sauce out of the juices of the human meat for the other stuff? It's interesting, isn't it? Interesting and disgusting. Just like on those packages of candies with allergy warnings that say the machines are also used to make items with nuts. Our utensils are also used to cook human meat, said Dorsey. So don't come in if you're not down with what we do. Well, I'm hoping that they stay empty. I'd like to get a camera and sit outside and video everyone who goes into their shop. Okay, have we got any others? Okay, not there. Okay, let's look at this one. Darren Grimes, our people may be cold and poor in pursuit of net zero, but at least our efforts won't be rendered futile by China, right? Because China's just ordered 300 million more tonnes of coal to be mined a year. What are the rest of us doing? Well, we know. The inmates are running the asylum. That's all I've got to say now. Candace Owen says the FBI must be legally and formally dissolved. What happened to Mr. T is positively stunning and a mark of unchecked government power. I no longer recognise the country I live in. Left or right, we must all come together to fight this evil. And this one, oh my goodness. I asked, what the were they doing to the dog? Because dog reportedly contracts monkeypox from owners. And if you know how that's spread, I feel sorry for that dog. Someone should take that dog off them, honestly. I think they're doing really wrong stuff to the dog, mate. Cat Turd said BS in response to Jake Rosen. CBS News has obtained DHS FBI bulletin warning of an increase in violent threats posted on social media against federal officials and facilities. So the FBI are going to do even more to prove that they're being attacked by doing it to themselves. You watch. Including a threat to place so-called dirty bomb in front of FBI headquarters and issuing general calls for civil war. My God. This includes threats that are specific in identifying proposed targets, tactics, or weaponry, including law enforcement, judges, and government officials. Also notes attempted breach of FBI building in Ohio on Thursday, where the guy was shot. I think they're full of it, to be honest. They're going to do it to themselves and then blame everyone else. Oh, blame the right anyway. Ian Miles Chong said once they get Mr. T, they're coming after you next, which I do believe. Oh, and this one. I have to show this one. Okay, there's going to be no sound. There isn't any sound anyway, but watch this. Watch this guy. Just go in and punch some guy. Take his wallet. Right, now watch this guy. Keep watching, keep watching. Go, mate, go, 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 go. He got him. Oh, dear. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for cheering this guy here on, because the one underneath him just like king hit an old man, and the girl's getting in, kicking him too. And that's all the money out, and the money out of this guy's pocket. These girls are holding it for him until someone comes. This guy's holding him down. He's not letting him go. Keep an eye on this lady here, right? She's going, can you, she's doing something. But watch what she does. She helps this guy out. Tries to anyway. I'm going to stand on his legs. And I'm sorry, but look, this guy deserved that. He really did. Just king hitting someone in a restaurant and taking their wallet. That's insane. Okay, this one. Truthbot, Illuminati bot, said mainstream music videos are cleverly scripted to influence the viewer's mind, inputting subliminal messages. They're not made by amateurs, but highly trained professionals who understand how to manipulate the human mind and soul. And that just doesn't go for music videos. It goes for adverts, the news, everything now, I think. But, yeah, it does. Movies, music. There's always been subliminal stuff. I don't know how many people know about the subliminal messaging. If you've never looked at it, just go and have a look at what it is. Cat Turd said you have the First Amendment right to say whatever you want about obviously corrupt FBI and DOJ, but don't be dumb enough to threaten violence and fall into their little trap. You have a right to be furious, but stay peaceful. And that's what I mean by, if you go to Mar-a-Lago, don't fall for it. They'll try and make people angry, believe me. Clown World today shared this from The Economist. In the old days, Muslims were quite tolerant of homosexuality. Were they really? Or are these people trying to rewrite history? That's what I think. Ian Miles Chung said EU is now moving to ban all Russians from entering or travelling through Europe, even if they have families there. Syrians with backgrounds in ISIS are perfectly acceptable, though. Guess all the Russians studying in European countries are going to get deported, and those who don't get sent home will be put in camps in due time. Truman's anti-Japanese policy all over again. That's discrimination. It is. Julie Kelly said McQuaid now is tasked with downplaying the Whitmer Fed-napping case, but can't get basic details right. For example, the filing related to the rogue juror was filed by the defence, suggesting the juror sided with the government, and this is in response to this person here, Barb McQuaid. A witness reports a rogue juror in Whitmer kidnapping case. This is what the FBI is up against when the president constantly demonises them. We're all less safe as a result. Yeah, really? I'm pretty sure they've set that up. The FBI did set that up. Anyway, so there you go. And there's a thread here, is there? A grand jury indicted while intentionally ignoring the acquittal of 2 men. In response to her again, Trump calls plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer fake. The grand jury that indicted the defendants didn't think it was fake. They all worked together. Yes, the government never threatens defendants to accept plea deals, which they did in the case of Caleb Franks. The 2 men who pleaded guilty testified for the government in April trial, and they didn't convince a jury to render a single guilty verdict. I'm having trouble reading this morning for some reason. And Barb McQuaid again said, and neither did the 2 defendants who pleaded guilty to the conspiracy. Julie said McQuaid doesn't know this, never provided a source for her claim. When people claim things, look for sources, okay? And if they say unnamed source, bull crap. As far as I know, it's not true, and to the extent it is, the holdout juror refused to acquit Fox and Croft. Her spin in advance of the likely acquittal in a new trial is it's Trump's fault. Holdout juror caused mistrial, prosecution will try again, but comments like these make it difficult for a rule of law. This is just one person she's quoting here. Julie said, on the flip side, McQuaid is the perfect face of the modern-day DOJ. Unattractive, mean-spirited, consumed with contempt for half the country, unjustifiably arrogant while clearly insecure, and a shameless liar who needs regular attaboys from the media and Twitter bots. And inside paper just in, despite pushing to cancel Rent, Rep Rashida Tlaib pocketed up to $100,000 in rental income during the pandemic, Fox News reported. Aren't they insane? Michael Malice said, counterpoint, every government employee should be put in prison. I'd agree with that. Bill Milligan? New, we've already witnessed 500 plus migrants cross legally into Eagle Pass, Texas this morning, including the huge single group of 290. You'll see part of the group walk to the edge of a local highway before being stopped by DPS troopers, almost all single adults. Now, I'm going to show you this because there aren't kids in this. I do believe they're importing fighting age men for the Dems, for the deep state. Just have a look and see how many kids you can see. I see one in the corner down here. That's a child, okay? Have we got any more children here? Where are the children? They're all men. Wow, hang on. There could be a child in there somewhere. Okay, there's not many. These aren't families running for a bit, these are, I think they're being imported, honestly, to cause trouble. I'm still trying to find a child. I did see, there's one, oh, hang on. There's 2. There's probably 3 children in amongst the whole lot. Cat said Fed. Zero Hedge said Ray Epps told FBI he expected bomb attack near the Capitol on January 6th. And wasn't someone actually, didn't they find some? Hey, I don't know. When James Ray Epps Sr. first called the FBI regarding his January 2021 activities in Washington, D.C., he didn't mention how he implored protesters in several locations to go inside the Capitol, but he later told an agent that he expected a bomb would detonate on a side street near the Capitol. And they still haven't found the person who planted those bombs. Those are just 2 of the revelations in a collection of Epps-related material obtained by the Epoch Times, including FBI interview summaries, FBI audio recordings, transcripts, videos, and photographs. In 2 interviews with the FBI in 2021, Epps explained his action on January 5th and 6th and admitted he was guilty of trespassing on restricted Capitol grounds and confessed to urging protesters to go and into the Capitol on January 6th. Okay, now why hasn't, if everyone else that in January 6th has been locked up, why hasn't this guy for incitement? Despite the admissions, the FBI never arrested Epps and he was not charged by the US Department of Justice with any Jan 6 crimes. See, this is what I mean. This is why they set it up. Okay? He was encouraging people to go in, and I believe he's part of them. Epps 61 has repeatedly denied those suggestions through his attorney. He's been caught on camera. Epps recently sold his house and land in Queen Creek, Arizona, because of threats and harassment and moved to Colorado, he told the New York Times in July. According to online reports, the Arizona property sold for $2.2 million on April the 28th, 2022. Epps was at one time number 16 on the FBI's January 6 Most Wanted page. His entry was later scrubbed from the list without explanation. He is among a handful of persons of interest who have their photos deleted from the FBI site. Now, why would they do that? Because he's working for them? Like a terrorist act, in an interview with FBI agents on March the 3rd, 2021, Epps said he bought a first aid kit in his backpack to Washington because he expected a terror attack. Why would you expect that? Yeah, I thought there might be a problem. That's why I was there, Epps told an FBI agent and an FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force officer in a meeting at the Phoenix office of Epps' attorney, John Blischak. Who knows? That's why he was there telling people to go into the Capitol. Is that right? I'm a bit confused here. Bilchak told the Epoch Times he would comment after reviewing the FBI interview summary, but had not done so by press time. I was afraid they were going to set off an explosion on one of the side streets, Epps said, according to a recording of the interview obtained by the Epoch Times. So we tried to stay in the middle, tried to get there early, tried to stay away from the sides, and if something like that happened, I had a first aid kit I could help out. Well, why was he encouraging people to go in? Even his lawyer's not making any sense if this is what he's saying. Epps told the agents the possibility of violence weighed heavily on his mind, and he originally did not plan to travel to Washington. It was only when learning his son, James Epps Jr., was going to the Trump rally that senior Epps decided to go and keep an eye on his son, he said. Likely story, that one. Ray Epps is shown on the lower left on an early FBI wanted poster. His photo has since been scrubbed from the FBI website, and you can go to fbi.gov/the Wayback Machine and find that photo. Nothing's ever truly scrubbed from the internet. As time went on, I started getting a bad feeling like something's going to happen, said Epps, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran and former Oath Keepers leader in Arizona. There's a lot of wackies out there. I thought something would happen in D.C. I thought there might be. What do you call them? EOD, something like that. I think he had inside information. Epps may have been referring to an improvised explosive device, IED, which is a homemade bomb that was a favourite weapon of insurgents in Afghanistan during the United States' long war there. In military parlance, an EOD refers to an explosive ordnance disposal specialist, someone who diffuses and destroys the explosives. An agent asked for clarification. Oh, you mean like a terrorist act? Right, like a terrorist act, Epps said. The agent did not press Epps on what led him to believe there would be an explosion, nor did they ask about the two alleged pipe bombs found outside the Republican Democrat Party headquarters, each just blocks from the Capitol. The RNC pipe bomb was placed near the corner of the Capitol Hill Club, facing a side street, similar to the description Epps offered. That's not a coincidence. There are no coincidences. The device did not detonate, and the FBI has not arrested anyone in those cases. Epps told the FBI he regretted the things he'd said in downtown DC the night of January 5th, 2021. He spoke to internet personality Baked Alaska and video podcaster Villain Report, both of whom recorded their exchanges. In fact, tomorrow, I don't even like to say it because I'll be arrested. I'll say it. We need to go to the Capitol, Epps told Baked Alaska, whose legal name is I can't say that. Anyway, that's the legal name there. Epps shouted a similar theme to the crowd at large. Tomorrow we need to go to the Capitol, into the Capitol peacefully, he said. Then the crowd started chanting, Fed, 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 Fed. The FBI agents told Epps that his statements on January 5th were problematic. They said they found him often on video and in photographs from then. Well, he was the one telling people to go in. He should be held to just as much as account as the rest of them. Epps replied, "I'm the tallest guy in the crowd and I stick out, man. They followed me." Then he joked I could never be a bank robber. We said that the same way, one of the agents said. We said he's a big guy and every photo we find, he's in it. The night before, that video didn't help. And the video the night before, what you said basically predicted what happened, the agent said. "I wish I could take that back," Epps replied. He called the statements really stupid. I bet you he does wish he could take it back. On January 6th, Epps was filmed near Washington. We know all that. First call to FBI on January the 8th. Epps first called the FBI on January 8th, 2021, after his brother-in-law notified Epps' wife that a photograph of Epps was on the FBI website. That call to National Threat Operations Center lasted about 27 minutes, according to an audio file of the call obtained by the Epoch Times. In describing his activities, Epps never mentioned that he urged crowds on January 5th to go to the Capitol the next day. He said he went down to Black Lives Matter Plaza to try and calm things down after people he suspected were Antifa activists were harassing police. "I tried to calm them down," Epps told the FBI operator. "I tried to let them know that, this is not what we're here for. We're here because of the Constitution, not the police. Police are on our side." Great excuse. I don't believe it. Not a word. Nor did Epps mention getting on a bullhorn on January 6th and encouraging people to go to the Capitol as soon as President Donald Trump was finished speaking. He would comment on those topics nearly 2 months later when interviewed by FBI agents. On the January call, Epps insisted his presence on Capitol grounds was to de-escalate when things got violent. Is that why he was calling people to go into the Capitol? Very interesting. "I'm guilty of being there and probably trespassing," he said, "but I had a reason. I was trying to calm them down. I wanted to be there, but I'm trying to calm them down. Anything I can do to help. There's no call for that kind of behaviour. I will be your witness." Yeah, look, whatever he's saying, I'd say turn it upside down, you're closer to the truth. Ray Epps at the US Capitol on January 6th, shortly before pepper gas is shot into the crowd. "Been a long time," he said. "I love it." Epps told the agents he came to Washington to express his concerns about, the election. He said he received 5 ballots at his Queen Creek address, 1 each for him and his wife and 3 with names he did not recognise. "We've owned the property for 11 years now. I've never heard of those 3 people that came there. I didn't recognise the names," he said. "And then when the election went the way it did, I was a little concerned. I mean, how many apartments are there in Arizona? 3 million? And if they're sending all these ballots to these different apartments, I mean, that's a concern." Epps said he also went to support Mr. T, although he did not stay at the ellipse for all of Mr. T's speech. Most people who went to support Mr. T were standing there until he finished. He said he followed crowds that left the speech early and walked towards the Capitol while yelling, "We're going to the Capitol." Is that what he did? People started leaving early after President Trump started speaking, so they were running, and it was the same people that was F Antifa and this and that and the other, Epps said. Really? Okay, is Epps on the same side as Antifa and BLM, or like what's going on here? "I believe, just my belief, they were Antifa, the ones that were saying the stuff," he said. "And they were running that way. And I'm like, maybe I can calm this down a little." So I went with them. So he was talking to Antifa before, saying, "It's all right, calm down, the police are with us." And now he thinks they were Antifa saying that, and he's trying to calm it down. Like he's like an FBI agent. He thinks he's got this authority to calm everything down. I mean, how many people can one guy control? One guy who's unknown, Epps said it was his original intention to stay for all of the speeches at the ellipse. "I was planned on being, and word was being passed around that night after he gets done speaking, we're going to go to the Capitol." He was telling people the day before. He was the one calling for it. And it was a given, Epps said. "So spread the word. So I started spreading the word. And I said that to a lot of people. We're going to the Capitol right after the president speaks. What about the day before when he was telling people? Perhaps the scene that drew the most attention and speculation about Epps on January 6 was when he appeared at the first breach point of police lines. Some 20 minutes before Mr. T had even finished speaking at the ellipse, the aggressive crowd gathered at a lightly defended barrier on a sidewalk not far from the Peace Monument. As riders began yanking the bicycle rack barriers, Epps pulled Ryan Samsel back from the front line and spoke in his ear. Seconds after that exchange, Samsel and others knocked down the barrier, causing one officer to fall back and hit her head on the concrete. I walked up to him and put my arm around him and say, "Hey, that's not why we're here. Don't be doing that, you know." I don't know who he was. No clue, Epps said. I just tried to talk him out of doing what he was doing. Then all of a sudden it blew up. Okay, what's the bet that Antifa members were there, right? And they were possibly starting, because this is what they do. They arrange this, including the FBI. They arrange all this, and then they try to come in as heroes to save the day, right? Oh, God. When interviewed by the FBI special agent and detective on January 30, 2021, Samsel corroborated Epps' description of their brief verbal exchange. Of course he did. According to a transcript of the session obtained by the Epoch Times, Samsel faces nearly a dozen January 6 related charges in U.S. District Court in Washington. Now, that guy I talked to, Samsel said, pointing to a photograph of Epps, he came up to me and he says, "Dude," his exact words were, "Relax," he says. "The cops are doing their job." That's exactly what he says to me right there in that picture. Inconsistencies in interviews. Epps' 2 interviews with the FBI included some inconsistencies and changed details, according to the recordings and FBI summary documents. Epps told the FBI on January 8th that his brother-in-law called him to notify him his picture was on the FBI's January 6 website. During his March 3rd interview with FBI agents, Epps said, "Someone contacted me and said, hey, your picture's up." And you could read more. I'm not going to, because it's all a bunch of BS, what he's saying. And you can actually, I honestly think that they set that up, as most people do. And again, more support for Mr. T. And I'm going to finish the news there, and I'm going to come back to, oh, sorry, guys. That's really hard to look at. And I'm going to come back to the comments. Oh, what an insane time we're going through. And the reason I look at the US is because everything happens there first and then it comes to Australia, okay? So I watch the US, I've watched all of the food manufacturing places going up, and now ours are starting to. So you see what I mean? Things happen in the US and they kind of happen here not long after. So little Miss Nintendo fan, how you going? Said finally made a Hev show for once, been a while. Oh, God love you. Hey, Carol, how you doing? Hey, 1980 Bullocks, how you doing? President Chris Saltine, how you doing? Dan Markle Sr., how you doing? I think I look like a Smurf. With this on, it's like I couldn't find my black beanie. I don't know what I've done with it. But today I look like a Smurf, I think. Hey, Wheezy, how you doing? Hello, Heavy Poo. Hello, everyone. Keck Rangel says this is World War III, the WF, UN, China, and Russia, the yellow axis, as I call them, versus the people of the world. We will win. Hey, there's a lot more of us than there are of them. We just need to realise that and stand up. Marion G, how you doing? Marion G of G's. King Snuggle, how you doing? Hey, Hev and Hevettes. I just thought I'd check out to see if Hev was on tonight, and presto, I haven't missed anything tonight. That's good. Keck said, what's that? M Now Switzerland is using his invention. Oh, now? Hey, Zal, how you doing? Keith said, hello from California. I would move, but my children are here. Yeah, I'd move. I just can't. I don't have the money. So I can't move either. Don't worry. I'm stuck in what you call Democrats in America, I'm stuck in a Labor, who's the same as the Democrats, area. Okay, I didn't even realize. I don't want to be here. But anyway, I'm here. Keck Rangel said, Hev, use a tape recorder. They don't fail. Yeah, what I just have to do is just jump onto OBS Studio instead of StreamYards, and I can share sound and everything. So I'll do a separate video. I might even do tomorrow of all the videos, a live with all the videos in there. It doesn't matter if I get demonetized or whatever. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Keck Rangel said, look at old portraits of Benedict Arnold, then look at Adam Schiff. Oh, really? King Snurgle said, hi, Alex, have tried to catch us out by starting half an hour earlier than usual. There's a reason for that, okay? I have to go up the shop very shortly because I'm running out of things. And so I thought I'd start earlier so I could finish earlier and go up. And hopefully, I don't know if my bread will be there, but I'm going to try. Keck Rangel said, Teflon Don has the frog on his side and nothing sticks to frog skin. Yep. Hey, Carl, how you going? King Snurgle says Schiff is only in his position and thinks he can do and say anything and get away with it because the Schiff family were previously a top-tier Rothschild banking puppet family. They were. Keck Rangel says, I've nominated Kyle Rittenhouse to be the next Keck Rangel in 2040. Zal said, g'day, matey, King Snurgle. Hey, Sunflower Charlemagne, how you doing? The A-team. Lol, yep. I call him Mr. T because, look, they're very funny on YouTube. That sometimes you can say it, sometimes you can't. I mean, I've said it and not said it, so who cares anymore? If they kick me off again, that's it. I'll be on Rumble and Bitchute and Odysee. But anyway, Sal said this fake world is about to crumble big time. I think it is. I think this week. I'll be on again tomorrow, same time as usual tomorrow. Okay, so 9 here, 9 a.m. here. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, Donna loves Fred. Oh, you two are so cute. Oh, God love yous. It's normally Fred saying, Fred loves Donna. And Donna's come on and said, Donna loves Fred. Oh, you two are gorgeous. That's lovely to see. I love couples that, you know, really love each other. It's just fantastic. Yeah. Hey, George, how you going? Marion G, Sunflower. Everyone's, Faith, how you doing? How late are you? I don't think you were very late because I'm way back in the comments now. Zal said they want to kill everyone. I think they do. Well, we know they do, actually. They think the world's overpopulated, and it's not. It's just that people are shoved into cities, and that does make it seem like it's overpopulated. Here in Australia, there's plenty of land that if they spread everyone out, it wouldn't seem overpopulated at all, believe me. And people do live in cities because that's where the work is, and I think we've got to bring manufacturing back to each country and spread them out so that each country town has some sort of manufacturing in there, you know, or near there, so the people who live in the country can actually work without a problem. And half these jobs that they've got here in cities need to go anyway, especially the political ones. Keck Rangel said, yep, we're all at the ready here for raids on us. None of us will have a thing on any of us now. Marion, George, Wheezy with a glass of wine, is it? I think I'm seeing right this time. I don't know. I might not be. I can't see anything. Yeah, it was a good show, Wheezy. That was interesting with you and I know Wheezy doesn't agree with me about Mr. T, but I do like listening to him. He, you know, regardless, he's getting into all the, you know, all the truth stuff and doing research, and I just love anyone just looking for the truth. Okay, everyone's saying hey. I'll see if I can get down to a comment. Zal said it was so obvious that it was a setup. It was. And that's what, I don't know, I don't know if anyone's seen them, but there are Antifa members that go to certain events, right? Mr. T events mainly, and they hide behind trees and things, or even behind brick walls and buildings, while they're putting MAGA stuff on. Okay, they have it all in their backpack, but they don't put it on till they get there. They're mostly dressed in black. And then they put it all on, and then they go out and cause trouble. Because I know most of the right would not do this. Or most people who support Mr. T wouldn't do this. You might get the odd one who's probably lost a little bit, but I don't, honestly. I agree with you, Al. Alex, the missus out to lunch and Fred loves Donna. He does. Zal said, Nicole Kidman can have my share of bugs. Mine too. Yep, she can eat mine as well. They're not digestible. They're not for the human digestive system. So good luck, because if you do try and eat them, you'll probably end up with digestive problems. George said, watching The Howling while listening to Hev. Oh, good on you. What is true said, elbow cough. Keck Rangel said, converting to Islam guess will stop them from eating bugs in the Quran. Don't allow it. Oh, really? They also don't allow homosexuality. I'm pretty sure. So these people who, they I don't know, LGBTQ think for some reason that Muslims are going to back them. There goes your head, mate. Like, seriously? But it's funny because a lot of the high-ranking, Saudis like little boys. Not all of them, okay? But they do. Some of them. They have these little boys dancing like a strip show I saw it years ago. And I was like, what the is this? Keck said we're going to put the WEF underground. I hope so. Bury them. Free me. Hey, love from Michigan to everyone. George said these people are deluded. Pigeon and bug burger. Yummy, lol. Yeah. Honestly, it's bad. It's bad what they're going to try and get us to eat. Keck Rangel said this is all a sin to health in the Bible. Yep. Dan Markle Sr. just lost his appetite. I don't blame you. Mrs. Out to Lunch said Donna loves Fred. Oh, I think it's so cute. Darren said, hi, guys. How you going, Darren? Wheezy said, I have a large helping of maggot jelly, please. Oh, God. Oh, I couldn't even. Oh, not even. No. Oh. Keck said, the cool kids can jump off the bridge. Yeah, exactly. Look. That's what got us into this situation in the first place, right? The media says something, makes it sound really cool, really great, and then everyone or movies or whatever music does, and people start doing that behavior because the cool kids are doing it. And then you got peer group pressure for when you're at school and things like that. And honest to God, it just goes in stages from like media, movies to and now social media, it's even worse. Free me said everyone already eats spiders when asleep. I don't sleep with my mouth open. Unless they're crawling up my nose, I'm not eating spiders. I don't think that's free me. I think they've said that to try and normalize it. But I sleep with my mouth shut. So I think that's like, what do you call it? Like their propaganda to get us into eating bugs. Do you know what I mean? Because they do these things years and years apart. And they'll say things like, oh, everyone eats bugs when they're sleeping anyway. And then years down the track, then they want you to eat bugs. Hey, Judy, how you doing? Alex said, yeah, that sounds appetizing with a vomit. Yeah. Sunflower Charlemagne says the Food Standards Agency in the UK has their constitution plan for transitioning bug consumption. It's on their website and says enforcement, etc., in the main points. So they're going to enforce people eating bugs, are they? I'd love to see that. Alex said, sick buckets at the ready. Yeah, it's horrible to think of, but look, people have to know, really, about this, Keck Rangel says, see my... hang on. Aninungus video. I was at this for a while and I'm hard up for views. Oh, okay, Keck Rangel. I've got to find everyone. I think I was looking for King Snurgle Gurgleson. I'm going to have to click on your picture and go to your channel that way, because when I searched for it, nothing came up. So just wait. I will get there. I'll get there subbing to people. Free me says, love everyone. Alex said, hey, Judy. Yeah, Alex, anal swabs, apparently. Do you think that's propaganda, or do you really think that's going on? I think they actually did. It was a couple of years ago when this was all really going off, the, that one. Yeah, when that was going off, I think it was then that they were doing the anal swabs to US people there working, President Chris Saltine said, I won't even eat bunnies or frogs' legs. Not going to get me eating bugs. Exactly. Well, I won't eat frogs' legs. I might try rabbit one day if I am hungry enough. I know people who eat rabbit a lot, which, I don't know. If you have to, you have to. George said, the only way I'll eat bugs is if I'm stoned and drunk. I wouldn't even then. Not even then, George. I couldn't even eat them then. I would honestly throw up. King Snurgle Gurgleson said, things are going to hell so fast, the agenda will make it so the sane 50% of the population will have to eliminate the other 50% of loonies. Otherwise, life won't be worth living for anyone but the 1%. No, I don't think you'll have to do that at all. I think it'll work itself out. Once the public knows and is told the truth, they can work it out for themselves. There will be 4 to 6% that never wake up, that just keep believing the media and what they tell you, Alex said, people have really taken this to next level. Flipping heck. Wheezy said, I'll sign up for one, please. What are you signing up for, Wheezy? I'm way back in the comment and can't remember what I was talking about at that time. Hello from Oregon. Hey, Casper, how you doing? Klaus Buttschwab. Yeah, you should see him, honestly. Look, hang on a sec. I'll see if I can find the picture of Klaus Schwab, the man running all this on the beach in his lingerie, right? I'll see if I can find him. Show you the photo. Klaus Schwab on beach. Hang on. Here we go. Someone's already searched it. Probably me. Come on. And then I want images, and then I want to show you guys. Okay, here we go. Screen. Okay, where am I? Over here? Check him out. Oh, come on, man. Oh, now I'm chucking a Biden. No, I didn't want to go there. There it is. This is the guy who wants us to eat bugs, right? Look, he's got little boobs, right? He's got something covering his privates, like a little lacy something or other, and he's got stockings. Look at his little veil and his little white hat and his gloves. Walking on the beach, and people are listening to this idiot. He's running everything here. Oh my God. Okay, I'm coming back. Remove that. It's insane. And people are listening to this idiot. So I agree with you, Charlemagne. Oh, Free Me said we need to reopen all the lunatics asylums in the US. I honestly think so, yes. Everywhere in the world. We need to, and put these people in there. At least get them off the streets for now until we can, do something about them. Because I believe a lot of them will probably end up with the death penalty because of what they've done. It's high-level criminality. Cack Angel said the bald, this Einstein-looking clown at the UN 3 weeks ago said that Klaus, WEF and the UN are accelerating. Yeah. That's what Operation Warp Speed was about, I'm pretty sure. Accelerating the whole thing so that everyone could see it. Because they can't hide it when they accelerate it. What they were doing before is little bit by little bit. So people didn't notice what was going on, right? But now, because Mr. T got in for 4 years, they have to push it hard to get it through, and everyone's seeing it. Casper said, I'm watching this from an undisclosed bunker in Oregon. Good on you, Casper. Darren said, why is human meat not illegal? I agree. It should be. You shouldn't. Oh, mate, seriously. I swear to God, I'd rather eat dirt. I would walk around eating leaves off the plants rather than eat a human being. I'm telling you now, there's no way in this world. King Snurgle Gurgleson said, free me. There would have to be a massive asylum building program that has 100-story high prison-like security buildings, thousands of them. Yeah, that's why I think they're going to end up with the death penalty, a lot of them. There's too much high crime at the top levels. And that insane person with his lingerie on the beach, like, trying to run the whole world? Mate, no. No. A Sunflower Charlemagne said, I'm a Celebrity was about conditioning people to accept eating bugs. Oh, yes, because they had to go and, find whatever they could to eat and stuff. Is that right? They're dropped off somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Keck Rangel said, trouble is have very, very few others than us even had a clue who Klaus Schwab is. Yeah. Well, they know him now, and hopefully they see this video and see him dressed in the lingerie, and this is the person that's running this whole New World Order? Oh, dear God. George said, I see a bloke wearing a miniskirt and a bikini top on my way to the shop earlier on. Oh, no. Yeah, I seen one in our shopping centre, right? Standing, like I was walking into the shopping centre and he was standing at the register with a beard. And I don't know if he had a wig on and a dress. And I'm like, I just looked and went, what? Seriously, anyone watching me would have seen my reaction to it. I can't hide it. I do not have a poker face, right? I don't. Zal said, where are they sourcing the people meat from? People apparently donating their bodies to be eaten when they've died. Okay, it's either going to be like someone old who's, okay, what happens when you eat an old sheep? They call that mutton, don't they? Not that I want, no, oh my God. But that they're getting it from people who've died. Right, what have they died from? That's what I want to know. Diseases? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I think they're doing more than taking voluntary people, because how would they keep the restaurant running? I can't see that many people donating their body for that. You know what I mean? I reckon they're getting them other ways. Zal said, meat the meat, eh? Casper said, human meat, that's deplorable. It is. King Snurgle Gurgleson said, George, did you compliment him on his great fashion sense? No. Sunflower Charlemagne said, clearly a woman, George, stop lying. Oh, yeah, with the beard and all. Oh, seriously. Alex said exactly that, President Chris Saltine. There are people that willingly eat these, though, because they think the government cares about them while they're scoffing down a juicy steak. Oh. Keck Rangel said, I'll post my announcements, my anonymous mungus video at the end of this video. It was supposed to be funny, but now it's predicted. Oh, okay. Zal said, just make a note of who eats there and take them out on the gene pool. I would want a video of everyone walking in that shop, because that's what they're saying. Like, even if it's not human meat, the stuff they're cooking and serving on is the stuff that they use to cook the human meat. Okay? And for all you know, they could be making gravy out of the juices left over from the human meat. That's what that's what I was trying to say before. This is disgusting, honestly. But yeah, Freemy said he looks like Dexter. Marion said, lovely, rotting human flesh to eat. Yummy, not. Casper said, I prefer dark meat. Oh, God love you, President Chris Saltine. Thank you. Exactly, moving quickly to cannibalism. Yeah, quick, real quick. They want you to eat meat. Hang on. They want you to eat humans and bugs. Both not good for the human body. Okay? Well, let me tell you right now, it's not good for the human body. Neither of them. Okay? The bugs don't digest. The human meat will give you kuru, prion disease, which makes you shake and all sorts of stuff, mate. So, and it makes you go funny in the head. Zal said, meat the meat, lovingly basted in bowel juice. Oh, my God. Freemy said, roadkill helper. Keck Rangel said, I covered all of this in my very short. Okay, cool. Keck, I'll have to try and find you after this live. Zal said, all by design, Hev. Yep. Alex said, maybe because the people making the rules are eating said human meat. Yeah, they want everybody to be cannibals, so they aren't the only ones looked at like, you know, you eat human meat. Actually, it's worse than that, but we'll get there. We'll get there. George said animal abuse. Oh, yeah, about the dog. Yes, I do think so. I really do. What are they doing to the dog for the dog to get monkeypox? Considering how it is spread, and that is how it is spread as far as we know. And shingles, I believe, is something different than monkeypox. I'm not 100% sure on that, but, mate, I'd be taking that dog away from those people. If any dog or any animal ends up with monkeypox, remove the animal, for God's sake. Sorry, I'm not yelling at you guys, you know what I mean? It pees me off. People should just leave animals alone, for God's sake, especially those people. Faye said, I saw that story, dear Lord. Poor dog. Yeah. Isa says, the FBI, CIA, HS, NSA, and many others, you will never see the light of day again as the judgments are about to fall. But you can run, but you can't hide. You reap what you sow. I agree. Maria said, cannibalism is the worst sin on earth, and God Almighty will show his anger against all of these people. Yes, we're not supposed to eat people. Oh, Soylent Green, it's people. Keck Rangel's having a laugh and loving it. Sorry, my stomach is just making so much noise. What was that? I'm hearing all weird noises. Keck Rangel said he's lucky he did not get shot. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, the guy who got taken out. Instant justice. And so he should. I was laughing the whole way through that, just going like, except for the first bit, right, when the poor old guy got knocked out, obviously, and had his wallet stolen. And his poor little dog, did you see there's a little white dog in there. And the little dog didn't know what to do, mate. And then the guy just walks out, you know, as casual as you like. I'm glad that other guy chased him down. I really am. Keck Rangel says, this is why I sing 60s songs. I think it's been going on a while, Keck Rangel, even 60s. The Tavistock Institute, they promoted and sort of made the Beatles and all those bands that came after? I'm pretty sure, I don't know. Keck said, cat turd translation, don't join Rayup's militia. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't be violent. If you're going to go anywhere, no matter what they do, because they're going to try and trap people. King Snuggle Gurgleson said a guy died recently, I forget his name, but he is now credited as the one that wrote all the Beatles songs, so much for Lennon and McCartney. Really? Yeah, the Tavistock Institute, I'm pretty sure they're the ones that promoted the Beatles, and I've got to have a rollie this time, promoted the Beatles and all of them. Oh, I'm not even sure if it was Led Zeppelin and a few others. And wasn't Jim Morrison from The Doors, his father was CIA. I don't know. Anyway, Keck Rangel says, lol, my dyslexia was just acting up and I saw Fap and G. That's okay, Keck. Don't worry about it. Alex said, I think a lot of them have their music written for them, King. I do too. Keck said, you saw that, Hev. Lol. George said, okay, King Snurgle. Alex said, yes, eyes about 32 to 33 degrees today. Lovely. I'm sitting here, it's 3.6 degrees. Cold. Hey, Nicey Glover, how you doing? Eyes to see, said Alex, I'm roasting like a turkey in an oven. Faye said, oh, I think I'd rather be in the twilight zone right about now. Geez, I know. Oh, my God. Shush. It answered me. Yeah, I think I'd prefer to live in the twilight zone right now. This is even weirder than the twilight zone, what we're seeing. This is more like Tales from the Crypt type of stuff. King Snurgle said, Alex, I just thought it was great for it to be finally be officially admitted, even if it was just done quietly. Alex said, I wonder if they'll give the money to his family. I don't know. Keck Rangel it seems that man text is only contagious to as far as Europe, and in one here has caught it from me. And anyone here has caught it from you? George said 25 degrees Celsius and it's almost midnight here in London. We get that in summer here. It's hard to sleep when it's that hot. I mean, that's not really hot. That's like warm. During the day it's warm, but at nighttime, that's hot. Alex said, I laugh because it's never going to happen, or maybe we'll finally start seeing justice. I think it's coming and quicker than we think. Because what we've had the last couple of weeks, we sort of have had the news coming out really fast. And they said that was going to happen right before the big, the big thing comes. The big things start coming out. Someone's getting wood delivered, which is what I've got to do soon. Otherwise, we're going to freeze. Oh, Marion said, thunder and rain for a bit in Glasgow. Keck Rangel said, oh, my God, Hev in the ports of Dover are coming in 24/7. King Snurgle said we had a nice sea breeze here on the northeast coast, so it wasn't unbearably hot, only got to 23 degrees Celsius inside the house today. Nice. George said, wish we had some rain in London. You know they can play with it, the weather. And they're admitting it now. In fact, who is it? Saudi Arabia are trying to combat a dry spell by making it rain. Our weather app has done a report on weather modification, making rain. So they can make drought. You just need to look up HARP, which is the High Active Auroral Research Project, and I believe they've perfected that. They don't need as much land anymore. They've perfected it down to something, and maybe even in the radars, because I watch the rain coming over and then this block of this line, but it's a block, it's blocks, comes out from nowhere and the rain disappears. And I'm like, that thing, whatever that thing is, it's doing it. And I think there's certain Doppler radars maybe that can. Not 100% sure on exactly what it is, but it could be. We've got one at Blackheath right at the top of the mountain where if that thing fired out in the right direction, it could stop the rain from coming in. Alex said, I'm waiting for thunderstorms to start here. My lights are flickering earlier, but nothing. Faye said, Alex, I hope so and soon. Sunflower Charlemagne said, yes, we've had it too, Marion. Thank goodness. Enjoy the fresher air. Oh, you'd love the air here right now. Bit chilly. Jeff said the Cabal's proposed great replacement. Yeah, what are they replacing us with? Something that eats humans and bugs themselves? Because that's what they, they do. The elite. They love that stuff. Why do you think Hillary a few years ago, I don't know if you remember, there was a crowd around her and this reporter asked her a question. She went, it was weird. And then she said, you should try this, iced coffee or something. But my God, that was weird. And even the reporters were like, looking at her like, what the fuck was that? And then Hillary Clinton collapsing as she went to get into the black van. That was when she was running in 2015 or something. She collapsed and she had to go to her daughter's place to get over whatever happened. I think she's got Kuru. Odysee said all the evil, wicked elites in America alone are all going to the lake of fire and brimstone for eternity. There's no escape. TikTok, it's coming. Yep. Cacker Angel said, and in Dover they are being seen with wristbands just like Mexico. Really? What are they doing? Putting wristbands on immigrants, are they? I think they're deliberately letting fighting age males migrate. And it's not just it's everyone from all over the world knows to go to Mexico before you go to the USA because you get in over the border easier. So people from all over the world are going that way. It's not like I said, it's not just Mexicans. You know what I mean? This is everyone from everywhere. You don't know who they are. You need to at least check them out and find out who they are. But half of them dump their passports when they get over there. Demelza, hey Demelza, how you doing? Hope you've had a lovely weekend. I did actually. I went and sat with my grandkids yesterday for the full day, and we cooked them up sausages and eggs for breakfast and all that kind of stuff, and had a great day. Had a really good day. Darren said it feels like it'll rain soon, Alex. Marion G said, yeah, hopefully it cools down a bit. Too hot for me. King Snurgle said, Alex, the flickering lights was just caused by the poltergeist hanging around watching you. Fingers crossed, Darren. Everyone's saying hello. And Kex says, Rayaps is a clone of Fed. A glowy, a Fed, as the kids say now. Everyone's saying hello. Alex said, or that king. Keck says he's a glowy, that's why. What is a glowy? I've never heard of it. Oh, dear. Liam said friendship is watching a 90-second ad to assist Hev's revenue. Hello, Alex. And oh, God love you, Liam. Thank you. Yeah, for those people who don't know, I've been sick for a long time. I'm trying to get off the government. I don't want to be attached to them at all. So that's why this is all monetized and everything. So I'm trying to make my own way in the world, but YouTube are not helping me at all. Oh, I might have to go and get a job. If I keep getting better, I will have to go and get a job. Remember glowy? Fed equals fed. Okay, I'll remember that from now on. Because he glows. Now you get it. And Liam with some little kitty cat. Is that kitty cat? Looks like kitty cat paws. Hi, Liz. How you doing? Keck Angel said, I just love our Keckerstein wordsmiths. Odysee said, what the sick psychopath elites and agents in America don't realise is they're being watched and listened to and recorded in real time. They'll stand in judgment when the books are opened. Yeah, exactly. They will. You're right there, Odysee. I think it's going to happen very soon. Things are going to start coming out really. I think something big's coming this week, to be honest. Something big. Okay. Keck. Hey, I have. Hang on. Hang on. Aver enforcements now. Greetings, Liam. Oh, my stomach's going nuts. I'm going to have to go soon, guys. I've got to go up and see if they've got my bread. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make my bread. Don't forget to hit the like if you can. It just helps the YouTube algorithm. You know, I don't know. They don't like me anyway, so who cares? All goes the like button. And George said, thanks for reminding me, Alex. Keck said, glowies are like the Clintons. They don't get any hassles. Okay. Keck said, believe it or not, they called me a glowy till they've seen my videos. Carol says, does Epps think he's not going to be recognised in Colorado? Who said they're not going to be able to walk down the street? Exactly. It doesn't matter where they go. They'll get caught anyway, I'll tell you. Keck said, the people I know at 5x5, Patriot Soapbox spin-off, went to all the time where at January 6th, but did not go in where were hassled by the glowies for just being there. Oh, really? Glowy Hev. Hey, Sherry, how you going?
I'm happy to be here.
Are you happy to be here, Sherry? That's funny. Keck says, a glowy is this one way they expose themselves for throwing their weight around. Okay, yes. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? I said, I do believe, according with scriptures and timeline, that the wrath and vengeance of the Almighty is only weeks away. You elites and agents in Australia, watch your back very soon. You will be sorry. Oh, ours has just gone missing. Our Prime Minister, where? He's gone. He got in and took off. Sunflower said this was all over the internet that January 6th they'd stormed the Capitol for weeks before it happened, so I made sure I watched it live. I only seen the thing where Epps was calling for it the day before. I don't know. Keck said, in case none of you know, J. Edgar Hoover was the first FBI head, was a deviant cross-dresser or worse, and this is since its inception. Wow. I didn't know that. George said, bring back Guy Fawkes. Sherry said, Antifa was there. They were busted by the three-letter agency. That's what I thought. I thought they're there to cause trouble, and the people who do cause the most trouble are normally Antifa. I've got to start taking massive amounts of vitamin C. Oh, hey, Robert, how you doing? There was no Guy Fawkes mask for my Animungus video, so I improvised. Dana said, you're a cute smurf. Thanks for the news updates, Hev. Odysee said, Keck Rangel, full-scale nuclear war is about to begin. This comes from God the Father. No one's higher. And the Lord is just and never lies, not like man or woman. Alex said, that sounds just as dodgy as the police put in charge of investigating Partygate. Yeah. George said, Labor are not Labor anymore since Tony Blair changed Labor into New Labor. Yes, ours have gone progressive and woke. And they're the worst of the worst, honestly. These are people who... They don't care about that. They're narcissists. They only care about themselves. I am Kai said on the way to the store, just dropped up a thumbs up and wanted to tell you that I love you guys. Alex, I'll check back after the shopping is done. Oh, God, love you. I am Kai. Alex said they all protect each other and will be glad and relieved when it finally comes out. Yeah. I'll be glad when it comes out. Keck Rangel says, Oz is known to us as Deep State Central. I'm doing things so... eyes, they can't live underground, nor do they wish to destroy the world. They plan instead to kill us with their plans. Yeah. said Katoomba is radical. Yes, it is. Progressive. It's frightening just hearing conversations in passing on the street. It is. I live in a very lefty area. Help! Someone get me out of here. Oh, shit. They are people up here in the mountains. There's a lot of very woke people up here. Oh, God help me. Are you around? Are you around the area? Shit. It's bad, isn't it? That's why I was so desperate to move, but look, I'll just wait until this is all said and done. Hey, Shannon, how you going? Keck Rangel says, beside dying in a nuke is far better than dying in the gulag. Yeah, yep, I'd probably agree with that. Because you get tortured in the gulags. At least if you get a bomb dropped on you, you're gone in 1 second, mate. Okay, Odysee said, Keck Rangel, the end of civilization is 2028, 2029. Doesn't go past that, the end of the Great Tribulation, wrath of the Almighty. I read that a different way, Odysee, when I read the Bible. It was like a new beginning. Alex said, hey, I'm Kai, look forward to your return. I am Kai says, Faith, hey, Shannon. I am Kai said, me too, Alex, got to go, much love, guys. You too, I am Kai. Keck said, that's why it is to be a fake conversion. Shannon said, they're going for Chrislam, one world religion. Yeah, they're going to try and put Islam and Christianity together. I don't think so. Shannon said, bye, Kai. Liam said, we bought the more expensive packets of 1851 brand gravy last week. Didn't cook it because we noticed on the backside in small print, contains bioengineered ingredients. Check your packaging, friends. Hey, I'm sure you thought of what I'm just thinking now, Liam. Contains bioengineered ingredients does not necessarily mean GMO. That could be human. Check your packaging. If it says contains bioengineered ingredients, put it back. Unless you want to eat humans. Keck Angel said, don't worry, have I told them at the UN 3 hours ago. I can see eyes to see. And so can George and King Snurgle. Alex said, no, I haven't seen that, King. Some people are just feral with absolutely no respect. And Alex is talking to King Snurgle Gurgleson here. Darren said, we have immune systems to cope with the odd bug that's accidentally swallowed. Yeah, but we can't look, our digestive system will not take it. Not just eating bugs. Alex said, yes, I can see you, Eyes. Eyes said, thanks, people. Hev hasn't read my messages yet. I've read heaps of them, Eyes. Maybe it's just because I'm way back in the chat. Like I went right back to the beginning with the comments. Okay, so sorry, guys. But I do see them too, Eyes to see. Shannon, have you blocked him? Is that why he can't see? George said, Hev will get their eyes. Yep. Keck said, I'll post it. Alex said, sorry, popped to the kitchen for a sandwich. That's all right. You got to eat. Look, honestly, eat. King Snurgle said, Alex, the loot was pretty big in Oxford Street, London's main fancy shopping street. Plus elsewhere, some buildings on fire. The MSM has hardly covered it. Mainly just stuff on TikTok. Wow, really? Did you just get looted over there? Wow. George said, where's my sandwich, Alex? Alex said, I heard they were anal swabbing in the beginning and people did it. Yeah. I'd say no, send me home. Thanks. No. Shannon said, did you run out of bug nut paste? Hey, Mother Abigail. Hello from Q. Spelt K-E-W. Keck Rangel said most of these Biden regime clowns are LGB and like being anal swabbed. Yeah. Sunflower Charlemagne said definitely did the Klaus butt schwab in China, Alex. Yeah. Shannon said rabbit, or as I call it, subterranean chicken. Yeah, a lot of people do eat rabbit, and a lot of people in Australia do. I know some people out on the land do. They catch them and they eat them. Sorry, I just don't want to keep lighting it, so I'm going to have to smoke the bloody thing. Alex said, I haven't seen any news today, King. I was starting to get me down, so I switched off. I hope no one got hurt. So is it kicking off in the UK, is it? Riots and stuff, is that right? Keck Rangel says, or we could show the world, Klaus, we can end this fast. Yeah. Everyone, on all social media, look up Klaus Schwab on the beach, grab that picture and show everyone who the leader of this Great Reset is. Okay, the leader of the New World Order. Show them who it is. Because once they see that, I can't see, unless they are mentally deranged, that they would follow this. Eyes Deceased said, have no offense, honey. I disagree with you because I know what is coming and will come to pass as it's jumping from the pages now at warp speed. Okay, yep, I'll accept that, Eyes to See, definitely. Carl said the butt swabs were administered by accident to the Japanese only last year. Really? Yep, cringe. Darren said, what makes you more sick, eating bugs or looking at Schwab? I think they're pretty on par. Weirdo. Yeah, exactly. Baphomet's, yes. He has boobs and a penis. And he's wearing lingerie on the beach and he looks freaking ridiculous. Keck said, thank God I don't have moobs like that. Yeah, they were like pretty big for a man. He must have eaten too much soy because that's what soy will do to man. Soy has a lot of estrogen in it, okay? So men should probably steer clear of soy stuff. So, yeah. Oh, someone just liked a comment of mine somewhere. Oh, Little Miss Nintendo fan said, all this bug talk reminds me of the Lost Boys where they eat takeout Wednesday. Oh, no. Klaus Schwabby bum bum. Good on you, Alex. What the heck said Klaus and his little Schwab? Klaus and his little Schwab. Shannon said, Steve Tyler has boobs like that. I think they're trying to become Baphomets themselves. Do you think so? Because the Baphomet has boobs and a penis. That's what they worship. Darren said, I thought I had moobs until I saw that. I don't even have fried eggs in comparison. Yeah, no. His were very pronounced. It kind of makes me wonder. But that I do think they're trying to become the Baphomet themselves. King Snurgle said, the white leather harness he was wearing, I wonder who his boss is that puts that leash on him and takes him for his walks. Probably end up being some cheap backstreet dominatrix. Probably. Alex said, Shannon, bug nut paste. People will probably lap it up, though. Well, apparently they're selling bugs as snacks in service stations, petrol stations, here in Australia. George said, I don't have man boobs yet. Shannon said, Operation Warp Speed. Now we can see what they're up to. Exactly. Too salty. Keck said the WF is running out of time, so they plan to rake as much money out of us before it all collapses and we come for them. Yeah, well, what will their money be worth if money is not worth anything when we go onto a new system? Anyone thought of that? Their money may not be worth anything if we go onto a new financial system. So they can hoard all the money they like, may be worth nothing in the end. Just a point. Emma said, oh, my God, good point. Alex said, King Snurgle Gurgles and the Viking. Sunflower Charlemagne says, does anyone remember the insane story that Chinese flight attendants were given adult nappies, diapers to help fight COVID? No, I didn't hear about that. Oh, my goodness. Darren said, we see what they're up to, but have to sit and watch. Yeah, we have to sit and watch because it's been shown to all the normal people who don't get into conspiracies and stuff. Conspiracy, the difference between conspiracy and truth used to be years, right? Well, now it's only like days. between them letting out a conspiracy and people calling it out left, right, and centre. It can even be the same day, sometimes the next day, but it's days now. It's gone from years down to days. Alex said, walkies. Little Miss Nintendo fan said, not even deep fried pork sword. Eyes to See said, the Bible warns that anyone who eats the flesh of another person, you're condemned to the lake of fire, just saying it's sick. Okay, Eyes to See, what if they've slipped it in and didn't label it and we didn't know about it? What if we have been eating certain things that we didn't know? I mean, they're that sneaky. I wouldn't put that past them. That's why I eat what I buy. Like, I'll buy the steaks, from the butcher, who I know the farmer, he gets it. Well, I don't know the farmer, but I know the farm he gets it from. And I get my own vegetables. So who knows? They could be grown in sewage for all I know. That's why I'm growing my own now. Because I wouldn't put it past them to have snuck things into our food, okay, like McDonald's, okay? And I don't know. I just don't know. Faye says sunflower, yes. Hey, Timmy, how you doing? What a pleasant surprise. I'm so glad I checked YouTube. How you doing, Hev? How is everyone? Excellent day for me. I'm smoking some ribs in my smoker. Oh, yum. Oh, I'd love to have a smoker. I am a smoker. What am I talking about? No, a smoker that smokes the meat, George said the elites are evil, and Sunflower Charlemagne's laughing there. Keck Rangel says, after they said they were ramping Agenda 2030, I started seeing on YouTube all these trap and cross-dressing videos by old ass guys. Old as. Okay, yep. Darren said, I never cared about cross-dressers, but these days they've gone too far. Yeah, exactly. And it is a sexual thing. It is. They can say it's not, but that's what it is. Drag queens did it for it is a sexual thing. So Shannon said, I now regret donating my organs on driver's license. Now I know what they really use them for. Can't you ring them up and get taken off, Shannon? Ring them up and just say, take me off the organs list, donating organs. You can do that, Shannon. CR user said, well, I'd never do it. They wouldn't want my old abused organs anyhow. Yeah. Mine come already smoked. My organs. Oh, dear. I don't want anyone eating me either, don't worry. Alex said, look more like a cocktail sausage, Little Miss Nintendo fan. Yeah. Eyes to See said, Hev, you're way back in chat. I've spoken loads. Yeah. I know. I'm catching up now. I'm trying. CR uses, people take donor off your DL. They keep you alive to harvest. Good grief. Yeah, they do. I'm way back. I really am. Sherry said there are so many what most call weeds in your backyard that's edible and very nutritious. I eat things all the time that some call weeds. They taste great in a salad. No human meat for me. Exactly. Yeah, apparently, is it dandelion? Dandelions are really good for you. Dandelion tea. Pardon me. Alex said, yes, Hev's always way back in the chat. Eyes, more comments. I'm catching up quickly. Oh, no, it just jumped. Oh, okay, so I am still back in the comments. Kek said over here, they're tattoo shops who will sell your fingers and what you sell them. George said, I don't own an organ donor card. No, I don't either. Alex said, this is how we keep her here longer by commenting. Tim said, oh, dear God, I should have waited to listen for a minute before posting about smoking ribs. Laugh my ass off. I promise they're beef ribs. I believe you, Timmy. CR used to have a plastic skull for Halloween, ready to put in a pot that says Bon Appetit. Appetit. Oh, dear. Hey, Sherry. Okay, it popped up. She said. How you going, Siri?
I couldn't find the A list. K-pop in your library. Would you like to start streaming Apple Music now?
No.
Free 7-day voice preview.
No.
Okay, you can also ask for a radio station.
No, go away.
For your music on a different app.
Hey, Siri, go away.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Keck Rangel said, don't get Kuru like Hillary Clinton has. Yeah, exactly. Sunflower Charlemagne said, you have to opt out, George. They changed it. It's compulsory unless you do. Really? Is that in the UK? Oh, I'd be ringing them. Everyone ring them. If you've got a driver's license, ring them and make sure you're not in the organ donor list. Faye said, George, me either, no way. Carol said, Darren, they're shoving down our throats. That's what I don't like. Yeah. And teaching kids in schools. I don't want that. Not LGBTQ should be kept to their own community. You know what I mean? Don't teach kids in schools. There's no need for it. For God's sake. Leave the kids alone. Shannon said, eating human meat and bugs is against God laws and they want to corrupt us. Yeah. Sunflower said, I opted out. My family can't change it even if they want to. Really? Hey, Dealey, how you going? I don't know how far back I am. Probably only missed a little bit. Alex said, I'm glad I read past. I have plastic skulls, CR user. Imagine if you just left it at that. And everyone's saying, hi, Dealey. King Snurgle said, I've heard this the other day, considering the amounts of extra deaths in the UK, the graveyards aren't filling up enough. Funeral directors aren't getting enough bodies. So what are they doing with them? Okay. And then there's the fact that the humans that are put up for meat, have they had that? I mean, I wouldn't eat it anyway, regardless of whether they have or not. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of things to consider if you're even considering eating human meat, and I would not do that. King Snurgle said the hospitals are signing off on the paperwork as the dead bodies, funeral officials. Are the bodies being secretly incinerated or frozen, kept for later consumption? That's what I want to know. Alex said, I heard the other day that if it's called a weed, it's more likely really good for you, but people have been trained to kill them off, Sherry. Yep, they have. And here in Australia, blackberries up here in the mountains anyway, it's a noxious weed. They want you to get rid of them. I enjoy eating blackberries. The only thing is they can get out of hand very quick and your whole yard could become full of thorns. George said The Doors was a good band. Yeah. Alex said, wow, was that your stomach? Yes, I haven't eaten yet and it's now nearly 10:15. So, and I have to go up the shop because I need bread. I need something. I might even just buy some meat and cook up meat for breakfast. I have to go to the butcher. Okay, I'm not going to the normal shop for the meat. Keck said, but Jim Morrison was a light white striker, but Jimi Hendrix was an airborne ranger. He was the one who was killed. Yeah, Jim Morrison, didn't he? Was he the one whose plane crashed or did he choke on his own vomit or something? I can't remember. There's so many of them now. Shannon said all the music industry is CIA psyop, take gangster rap designed to destroy the black families. Yeah, I do believe that, Shannon. Tummy monsters. Yeah, I've got them at the moment. Odysee said all the Hollywood pedo elites have sold their souls to Satan for fame and fortune, and the satanic ritual abuse and blood sacrifice. They're monsters and will be deadly sorry times 2. Fire. Yep. I've got someone ringing me. Just hang on one sec, guys. I knew it was one of those freaking sell you something or want information. You know how, when you answer and you go hello, it takes them a second to click into the phone call, and by that time you just hang up. Keck said it's only 66 degrees here. It has been a cold summer here. Really? Hey Bert says 35 degrees Celsius today in southern Alberta. Shannon said what we get 35 C plus at night time in South Australia. Dara said, I opened the freezer early and my cat didn't want me to shut it. Poor cats have to wear a fur coat in this heat. Oh, okay. Your cat wanted the cool air. Alex said, I heard that too. King Snurgle Gurgle said in the Viking that hospitals are going straight to the crematorium. Keck said, wow, that is hot. George said, wow, Shannon, I would need a few fans with that heat at night. I'd need the aircon on. Shannon said, just sleep with a wet towel on you and a fan. Oh, that would work too. Little Miss Nintendo fan said 31 degrees Celsius in Kent today, best summer in years. Yeah, enjoy it. Winter's coming very quickly for you guys, and we're going to head into summer here soon. But actually, that'll be Sydney. The rest of us up here around the outskirts and that it takes a bit longer for us to go into summer than it does in Sydney. Odysee said the deep state of hand in the weather, but the Almighty is very much in control of all the weather, plus weather judgments are going on right now in different countries. Fact. King Snurgle said, Alex, or are they? People working in official crematoriums are saying they aren't getting the volumes of bodies either. So, done secretly or frozen? Plenty of underground places in the UK. Darren said, shame it will turn cold in a couple of weeks. Alex said, I was thinking that the other day, Darren. I thought poor little things in a permanent fur coat. Yeah, I feel sorry for my cats when it's hot. Sunflower Charlemagne said there was a mainstream TV news a few years ago where a scientist made it rain in Africa to help. Well, do you know Top Gear? Do you know, what's his name? The tall one, Jeremy Clarkson. He went to NASA and watched them make it rain. And that was years and years ago. And I'm like, I was sharing it on Facebook at the time with all my friends who didn't believe me anyway, and probably still didn't believe me after I shared that. But Jeremy Clarkson, go and search in YouTube, Jeremy Clarkson, NASA, make rain. It'll come up. Something should come up. And they also had another Top Gear where a lady was a guest on the show, and she told them she got married and they cleared the rain for her wedding. Okay? So go and watch. You'll find it if you look for it. George said, I heard that sunflower. Alex said, nothing would surprise me. King Snurgle Gurgle, so my stomach's going to go again. Sunflower said it was on YouTube for ages. Alex said, remember when Hillary was filmed collapsing, being dragged into the minivan? Yes. That's the one I was talking about. Yep, Alex. King Snurgle said, Alex, don't tempt me. I might just be able to, lol. George said, yeah, Alex. Yep. Everyone remembers. Also, when she seemed to glitch for several seconds when someone asked her a question, props to the people who filmed that from multiple angles. Yeah, that was the one where she went, something really weird with her head. Oh, my God. Multiple, yep, I got you. Keck said, I've also noticed at Dover, the ones with the yellow band hold their hand in their vests like cops and soldiers do now. Wow. Shannon said the real Hillary died years ago. These are all clones. They malfunction now and again. It said that they had a cloning facility in Chelsea Clinton's home. Wow. That would be interesting if that was true. And I don't discount it, believe me. Dan Markle Sr. said the US is going to hire them as IRS agents. Oh, hey, it could be, because I said before that I don't think citizens of the US could hunt other citizens down for tax purposes. I don't think they do that to each other. So they have to import them. So how do we know that's not what they're importing? Carol says, some say JFK Jr. was in that van. Oh. Faith said, Shannon, yes, I heard that. Jules said, I've just watched an interview where it was suggested the immigrants will be the ones employed to door-to-door vax. Good luck to them. I have a torch that is a baseball bat. So I'd like to see them try. Where is it? You see this little thing here, right? I'm hitting everything. It's a little torch. Oh, sorry, guys. It's a torch, right? But it also is it's a small one, but it's a baseball bat. So I'd love to see someone come to my door and try and inject me with anything. I will be using self-defense, and I'll be using pots, pans. I've got some pretty heavy cast iron frying pans that someone will cop over the head if they try and come at me with any of those things, you know. George said there are many weird videos of Hillary. Yep. Darren said, which one glitched through an interview and said, good morning, Sunday morning? That was D-Lee said, Darren, that was Pelosi. Shannon said, glow fag or glowy because the gaslight things to make you look in the right direction like astroturfing or false flags. Look over here, not over there. Yep. George said Pelosi's a female version of Biden. Yep. She drinks a lot, that lady. She always seems to be drunk. Alex said, yes, both deluded, George. George said, yeah, Alex, lol. Shannon said, Hev, truth a smurf. Yeah, I'm a truther smurf. Shannon said, glowies, agent provocateurs. Yep, okay, I'll get you, yep. Alex said, they need carting off solitary. Biden will still try and shake the invisible man's hand, though. Oh, yeah, he does that a lot, doesn't he? He turns around and there's no one there. He's got his hand out, ready to go. Shannon said, I'm at work, by the way, back on day shift for the next 2 weeks. Oh, really? God love you, Shannon. Nether said, hey, Hev, hey, Nether, how you doing? Keck said, you know, Daddy Dragon has started the English Constitution Party, ECP. He needs all the help he can get. They censor ECP. He always says the Constitution is the solution. Yep. I think the American Constitution is the solution for the whole world. Shannon said, Alex, you in your best eyes to see voice, how's your kitty? MM said Penrith, but work. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Yep. Lady Stardust said no more Toblerone. Oh, no. Shannon said MM commute nightmare. Oh, it would be. Oh, no, you're going the opposite way than the peak hour's going. Yeah, because you're coming up the mountain. The peak hour's normally going down the mountain. So it might be all right. Lisa said, good evening, Tennessee. Keck said, yes, I seen you eyes. You went at 5 by 5. Where were you? Zal said, meet the meat, huh? Yeah, imagine meeting someone and they say, I'm going to donate my body for eating. You've just met the meat. Keck said, way back, I'm slow my posting. I said, have the second coming Christ, 2028, 29, after the rest of them are destroyed. The 1,000 years reign at Christ will begin at the ends of the 7,000-year age of planet Earth. Alex is laughing, Shannon. Shannon said, Toblerone, deep state pyramids. Toblerone, deep state pyramids. Oh, yeah, they are little pyramids, aren't they? Nether said, Alex, yo, brethren. Shannon said, if you know, you know. Sal said, stop being a zealot. No one is coming to save you. Alex said, Nether. No, we've got to stand up for ourselves. Yeah, we're part of this. The people need to stand up. Darren said, only heard on the looting on History Debunked, nothing on the news. Carol said, we all know that lizards like their bugs. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. This reptilian stuff's not getting so far out there anymore. Like I still have to see it to believe it, but you know what I mean. Lizards eat bugs. George said, I have never had rabbit. I heard it was meant to be nice meat. I've heard that too. Apparently it's rabbit stew, is it? Nether said you can't live off rabbits. They're short of some, B vitamin. If you eat exclusively rabbit, you will die. Yes, I have heard that, but it is if you were starving, you can eat rabbit to just kind of, but you won't get vitamins from it. I've heard the same thing, Nether. Yep. King Snurgle said Darren Booker is still looking at the news. Shannon said, do you think these colon cancer kits they send out are really collecting DNA for nefarious purposes? Oh, did you hear somebody posted their poo to a Republican? I think it was a Republican or the GOP or something. People are... Oh, how insane would you be to mail your poo to anyone? Eyes deceased that have the rest of the wicked will be destroyed once Christ returns at the second coming. Then the 1,000-year reign with Christ Jesus begins. I cannot wait. I think it's coming sooner than you think. Darren said only sometimes to see what their game is, King. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Keep an eye on the mainstream news to see what they're saying. It's not a bad idea. But don't believe anything they say. King Snoggle said, Darren Booker, I know, but I meant expecting to hear anything of importance on there. No, but sometimes they do get interesting because they do let little things out. You know what I mean? And I do see that as time goes on, more and more, they're still a year behind conspiracy theorists, a year or two, but they are starting to report little bits here and there, but it's too little too late. The mainstream news is dead. Now they said hair is nicer than rabbit. Oh, is it? Alex is throwing up with Schwab. Oh, about Schwab. Alex, this is another funny chat tonight. Keck said, but we know they've been buying gold and silver. Yeah, but, you know, there's been an executive order where if you are caught trafficking, everything can be taken off you. That's what I think is going to happen to them. Sal said the third world population living here in Australasia will buy the bugs just to feel like being back at home. Oh, I feel sorry for any country who has to eat bugs because their government are probably starving them. Jeff said Zal and laughed. Alex said no, adult nappies. George said the world's gone mad. Yep. Alex said people are willingly going along with this nonsense. Yeah, I can't believe it. Like, when do the normal people stand up? Keck said, well, Alex, this is the power of Keck. Keck means lol to the gaming community. Keck. Yeah, it does. It means LOL, laugh out loud. Eyes to see said, if we did not know that it's different, but the people who are complicit eating the fire, it is. Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, I don't know if they've tricked us, right, before we woke up, whether we have actually possibly eaten something we shouldn't have eaten. Yeah. Alex said, my dad has a smoking pit and smokes a whole turkey on it every year. Delicious. Oh, yum. Okay, I'm going to have to look at how to make a smoking pit now. George said, but don't New Zealanders and some islanders do that? They dig a hole and they put, there's fire and coals and stuff in there, and they put the meat and that in foil, and then they bury it. Am I right? Is it called a hungy? I think it's a Kiwi thing, New Zealand. It's called a hungy, I think. George said burgers and McDonald's don't taste like they used to back in the day. They don't even taste like beef. They say 100% beef. I don't think so. Not beef I've ever tasted anyway. Zal said the term conspiracy theorist was created by the CIA to put you all off looking into stuff for fear of pressure from society, pundits, peer groups, and status aspirations. Yes, and they brought it out around the time JFK was murdered to stop people questioning. Alex said already smoked organs. Yeah, that's what I've got. Pickled. Shannon's got pickled organs. I don't have pickled organs. I don't drink, but I've got smoked organs from cigarette smoke. Alex said, I watched Mr. Ballin vid yesterday about a dad who saved his son from life support, who they were trying to harvest his organs. Oh, really? Which one was that? I've watched nearly all of Mr. Ballin. I can't, but I half the stories I've probably forgotten anyway. But yeah, he does. If you watch Mr. Ballin, right, and some of the murder stuff he does, like on reportings on, it could be 3 photos with disturbing backstories and things like that. But some of them, yeah, you seriously go, it links with what we talk about. Do you know what I mean? King Snurgle said, George, that's because Mickey dead is probably, Mickey D's is probably holding back the current supply of dead bodies that they used to have freely supplied to them by Ashkenazi kosher meat holes. Really? Oh. Is that what kosher means? I don't know. What does kosher mean? I should look that up. Alex said, that's for the drinkers, Shannon. Yeah, the pickled organs. Shannon said, yes, they're less likely to try and save you if they want your organs. Yeah. Seriously, they will. Alex said, check Siri, trying to be more human. Yeah, I know. Stupid bloody thing. Emma said, just tuned into you shouting, go away. Hi, I was telling Siri to go away. Because I said, someone commented, hey, Sherry. Right, thank God she didn't do it that time. But she popped up and started talking about, I don't know what the hell she was talking about. But yeah, Siri wouldn't shut up, so I told Siri to shut up. Oh, Carol's laughing. King Snowball said, ask Siri if she likes the taste of human meat burgers. Hey, Siri, do you like the taste of human meat burgers?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
No, thanks. She's useless. Okay. She's useless. Alex said, hey, Emma. Little Miss Nintendo fan said red food colouring is made from beetles. Yeah, I've heard that apparently. Emma from South Oz. Shannon. Emma from Oz says, tell you what, I'll be eating bugs before I eat people. Thank God for my veggie patch. Yeah, I'd eat dirt and trees before I ate bugs even, I think. I don't know. Emma from Oz, Emma from Queens. Oh, okay, yep. Alex said the guy went to prison because he locked himself in his son's hospital room, pointing a gun at the door for hours. Doctors said his son was brain dead, but the extra... Oh, I did see that one. And he made a full recovery, didn't he? They said he was brain dead. But the dad hanging on and holding them all at bay, his son came back out of it. Yep. I do remember that one, Alex. Shannon said, nice. Home of my favourite politician, Pauline Hanson. MM said, haha, have you set my Siri off when you said, hey, Siri, go away? She said to me, okay, Mel. Oh, good on him. Emma from Oz said, I changed my name from Mrs. Ned Kelly because Mr. Ned has given me the shits. Good on you, Emma. Oh, God. This is a funny chat today. Shannon said, wearing your dresses again, eh? Emma from Oz said, the raging redhead. Hello, former Mrs. Ned Kelly. Eyes to see said, have just remember all this evil is Satan and the Antichrist spirit. This is fact. Rebuke all evil in the name of Jesus. Yep. Emma's saying, hey, Alex. Hey, Bert says, Bon Scott from AC/DC choked on his puke. Okay. Shanna said, drunk the slab that Bon Scott drank. Yeah. Alex said, you should have started pretending to sell them something back Hev and recorded it. We could have kept them going for ages, bloody nuisance calls. Yeah, I hate them. I just, as soon as it pauses and I don't hear someone say hello straight away, I'm like, no, hang up. I don't need it. They keep ringing me saying, we're going to help you access your superannuation. And I say, I've already got my superannuation out years ago. Because you can, if you become disabled, you can get all your super out. Mine wasn't much anyway, because I had children and wasn't working a lot of the time. So, but yeah, I got mine already, and they keep ringing me and saying, we're going to help you get your super. I've already got it. Thanks. George said, I woke up my cousin up while he was throwing up in his sleep. Oh, yeah, make sure you wake. If someone's throwing up in their sleep, wake them up or roll them onto their side so that, you know, their mouth can empty out. Shannon said, kids have been on off the pool for ages, lol. Shannon said, pow, fix it with hammers. Emma from Oz said, hospitals tell new parents to sleep baby on its back. My baby would have choked if I hadn't woken up. I never put her to sleep on her back again. Yeah, the hospitals do tell you that. Alex said, thank God you were there, George. Yeah. Shannon said, you wonder why Top Gear was cancelled even though it was a top rating show? Yeah, they were starting to go into things that they weren't allowed to talk about. Lady Stardust said cats are endotherms. They can regulate their own body temperature. Oh, okay. Shannon said it also vibrates, lol. That's good to hear, Lady Stardust. I couldn't imagine being in a fur coat all day and night in the heat. Maria, yay, have live greetings from England and from Sir Keck in America. God love you. King Snowball said, anyone see the video of Helen Degenerate, ex-girlfriend, after her massive car crash? They are saying she's dead, yet. I have seen something about that. Are they going to use her organs too? King Snurgle said the video shows her sitting up trying to throw the white sheet over her off while being shoved into the ambulance. A stunning sacrifice, maybe? Watch Degenerate be getting back on TV. Oh, she better not. Odysee said the Clintons were executed, the Bushes and Obamas, including Dick Cheney, long God, Inc., the Bidens, long gone. Yep. If we find it out, it'll come out. Because things are already coming out saying people don't believe Biden is Biden half the time. He comes out with a deeper voice and he doesn't blink and he's staring. And I kind of think sometimes it's CGI. George said, yes, Alex, I was a kid, could not sleep, went down to the living room. The adults were drunk. I sat in front of the TV next to my cousin and he was sick. Alex said he could have choked if you weren't there. You may have saved his life, George. Yeah, you may have. More than likely. Odysee said vast majority of the elites at the upper echelons are long gone and currently internal torment. Fact. George said he was choking. Yep. Well, you're lucky you did, George. Shannon said Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy had that talking meat cow pig thing. Maria said, hey, Sir Keck, my favourite frog. Yay, I have live. Yeah, I'll be going live most of the days this week, I think, unless I get sick or something, and then I'll put up a community post letting you know that I won't be. Okay, so if you don't see a community post saying I'm not going to be live, then I'll be live. Darren said, King, that woman unzipped the bag and sat up. Then they shoved her in the ambulance and she was brain dead at the hospital. Weird stuff. I'm going to have to look further into that because I did see something about it. I thought I saw they were thinking of turning a life support off or something. King Snurgle said nobody wants to accidentally see a reptilian. They don't like leaving human witnesses around. Ashley said cannabis heals the world. F the news, F the TV, it's all propaganda. I highly agree. I really do. Alex said, good grief, poo in the post now. Yeah, can you imagine the person picking it up? You'd smell it. Seriously. Shannon said she was covered because she was burnt. It's or even secondary infections in the burns. Dealey said, yes, Darren, I've seen that too. I wonder what the truth is in Anne Hesh saga. Shannon said she was covered to prevent secondary infections in the burns. Oh, okay. King Snurgle said all the showbiz celeb bunch are already brain dead, so they aren't really lying there, just not mentioning the murder aspect, allegedly, lol. Darren said, when did they cover the face with a zipped up cover? They assumed she was dead before they even pulled the car out. Oh, okay. Dealey said, Shannon will have to watch again. She didn't look burnt to me. I'm going to have to dig into that one. I said, have the 1,000-year reign with Christ at the second coming is 6,000 years and will end at 7,000 years when the great white throne judgment begins and God the Father will burn up planet Earth. Lady Stardust said Anne Hesh was involved in a movie about trafficking. Maybe she isn't dead. Same as Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington. I kind of agree. Kecker Angel says, hey, baby, my dad was on the phone. Phone? Oh, okay. King Snurgle said, I watched the video on a large TV screen, freezing the video. Her totally bare back and arms look perfectly okay. Oh, okay. Darren said, the moral is never buy a house opposite a junction. Nether said, can make a smoker out of any metal container, i.e. sweet tin or biscuit. I've got biscuit tins. Cool. Okay, Alex said you need to get the right wood chips and you can have oak smoked, apple wood. Oh, yum. Apple wood smoked, etc. I think you may just be able to have smoked, but I've never done it myself. Just watch my dad. I will see what I can do. Kecker Angel said, Maria, I'm here. Pick up. Kecker King Snurgle said, Darren Booker, I thought the moral was don't be a lesbian girlfriend of any TV type or celebrity. They tend to prematurely run out of friends and family members. Maria said, yeah, hey, Sir Keck, it's always good to start the day to catch a live with Hev, my favourite frog, Happy Princess. Keck said, I found Maria Ingram in a YouTube chat. Now she finds me. Dealey said, yes, Darren, a house in my town situated on a curve has dozens of cars through their house. Yes, at T-junctions or even crossroads. Don't live on the corner if you can help it, right? And same as, yeah, corners, a curve, a sharp curve. That's why I want to be out in the country, off-road, so you drive like off, yeah. Cack Rangel says, lol. Maria said, hey, Petra's blessings. Alex said, I think kosher is all about the meat is slaughtered to follow Jewish law. Okay. Maria said, blessings, have God love you. King Snurgle said, Siri gave herself away. She started saying, then realised she had better not come clean in public. Alex said, not sure what it entails, though it's similar to halal. Okay. Shannon said they have halal symbols on some of our filter earths. I know that they do sell kosher and halal food here in Australia. Darren said, yes, Alex, kosher food is blessed by a rabbi. Oh, okay. Lady Stardust said, yes, Heather, Trump Executive Order 13818. King Snurgle said, I saw on the dark web the only time I had to look around videos of humans being koshered. Oh, dear. Yep, Daddy Dragon fights to keep the NHS from murdering disabled children. Daddy Dragon needs all our help. He's not trying to take over England. He's trying to save England from the globalists. Now, that said, hemp seeds are full spectrum food. Can live off hemp alone. They're stupid. Hey, I seen hemp seeds in my supermarket the other day. Alex said, yes, Hev, that's the one. What I found disturbing was the boy's mum and sister already agreed to turn the life support off and started process of organ donation without the dad. Yeah. I do remember that one, Alex. Mr. Borland. Oh, it is good to catch up on sometimes because, look, from him also I question a lot of doctors. He bought one out yesterday or the day before. Mr. Boland, this is the great storyteller. And it was about doctors who, they were really smart. They were part of a group and they actually, a couple killed people. Well, it was said the man did. He was a doctor as well, but the lady was as well. And they killed their neighbours. And they did a murder weekend thing where they make up a murder and, they try and solve it by the end of the weekend. Well, the guy actually wrote what he did. And he did to his neighbour. Shannon says, Spear said, Ned Kelly's wife holes in the knees again, Ned. And for fuck's sake, how will I get those red stains out? Ned's, stop ignoring me. Oh, Alex said, imagine how that guy must have felt knowing his mum and sister did that. Thank God for his dad. And he went to prison, the bloody cheek. Yeah, the dad shouldn't have gone to prison. He saved his son, where the hospital weren't going to do it. Geo Loft said, I'm only 2 hours late. How you going, love? Hey, Geo Loft, how you doing? There are at least 3 Bidens, Darren said. Keck said, deep fake, the Biden this is. Yep. You're watching a show. The world is a stage. I said, Hev, Jesus spoke that there is not many going to heaven. The rest, the Lord spoke, there is billions going to hell, torment, then the great white throne judgment and the lake of fire that's coming. Maria said, there's so much happening now, friends. Yeah, it is. Alex said, I found it barbaric, King, but even here I'm not sure if I would eat meat. If I had to do it myself, I don't eat much meat now. Keck said, Hev is catching up. Yeah, I've got to go to the shop. I've got to catch up because I've got to go to the shop. Jenny said, hi, Hev, 32 degrees Celsius here in England. Had quite enough. Hope you're okay. Yes, I'm freezing, but I'm okay. It's probably about 4 degrees now. Actually, I'll tell you exactly what it is. At 11:45 in the morning, it is, it's 6.7, but feels like -1. because we've got a wind blowing as well. Shannon said front burned, not back. Okay. I'm going to have to investigate that one. Maria said, have a few days before Anne Hesh happened, a whistleblower from a 3-letter agency in America said that the CIA can take control of a person's car and crash it. See, that's what all this smart shit, right, is really dumb shit, right? Because they can take over. It can be hacked. And yes, I do. Maria, I do believe that. Keck said, from now on, I'll post a brief note for future chats. Alex said, oh, shit, didn't know she died. I watched a really weird video about her and Ellen the day before she had a car crash. I didn't know who she was. I've heard of her. Maria said, was Anne Hesh a demonstration, a way to silence whistleblowers? Very interesting, Maria. Dana said, why were firefighters putting Anne Hesh into a van ambulance and not paramedics? Too many odd things about this whole story. Also, Anne starred in a movie 7 years ago about chemtrails making. There you go. Nether said, just save a bit of grate from a throwaway Barbie and put it on top. Whatever wood chippings. Fish is best in a smoker. I'm going to have to smoke something. Oh, that sounded weird. In case you don't know, I was knighted by Daddy Dragon himself. I never dreamed I'd be pure blood, let alone English knight. King Snurgle said, Maria, very likely it was publicly done. Darren said, the way Ellen talked about the accident was as if she was gloating. Oh, dear. Dana said, why were firefighters putting Anne Hesh in the van ambulance? Where were the paramedics? Too many holes in the incident. Geolof said, I would bet Anne Hesh's car was hacked from a reported Ring video of her car before the wreck. You could hear the brakes were in full lock. Never hook your cell phone into the car's Bluetooth. Yeah, that's another good idea, Geoloft. Never do that. Don't hook your car's phone up to the Bluetooth. George said, I did not know that Anne Hesh had passed away. I didn't know she actually passed away. I heard they were going to turn. Were they thinking of turning the machines off that were keeping her alive? Alex said she was sacked because she brought Ellen to an awards show when she was warned not to bring her. They literally escorted them out of the awards before the show was over and she was sacked on the spot. Really? Emma said, love Mr. Ballin. Alex said, I don't know why. That's interesting, Alex. I watched that Hev couple part of Mensa. Yeah, Mensa. A weird cultish group. Sounds like to me anyway. Darren said the ambulance didn't then leave for another 5 minutes. I said, I've seen Daddy Dragon. He's okay, but he is going to be disappointed because Russia's going to wipe out nuke London's coming very soon. Never mince my words, never lie. Dana said also Anne Hesh starred in a movie about chemtrails called Toxic Skies. It's about people getting sick. A global virus from an Asian country, quarantining, etc. It was made 7 years ago. That's becoming quite clear. Alex said, I've been binge watching Mr. Ball, and my son has been too. Shannon said, who's Mr. Valley and where? Mr. Ballin. Yeah, Mr. Ballin. Yep, George follows Mr. Ballin. I think a lot of people do. He's awesome. I wish he uploaded more. I'm currently going through his list, but unbelievable list. Okay, he's got a podcast channel as well. So they have different things on the podcast channel than he does on his normal channel. This is Mr. Ballin, and yes, he's on YouTube. He's got 2 channels now. So he's got his podcast channel, the one you just listened to, with no pictures or anything, and he's got the other one. Or he might have pictures. I don't know. On YouTube, I'll post a link, says Alex. Good on you, Alex. Emma from Oz is laughing, Shannon. Yes, Shannon. Shannon said, Hev, missed my depends joke. Oh, it probably isn't coming. I don't see all of the comments on StreamYards either, guys. So I'm not getting every comment. So I'm really sorry if I've missed your comment. Maria said the reason Pippa Knight and Archie Battersby were murdered by the British government was that if they'd been transferred out of the killer hospitals, they might well have recovered. Dealey said, yes, Shannon, Mr. Ballin on YouTube. King Snurgle says, Danny Young, with everything considered and with the libtards being much more open about what they're prepared to do, sounds like she exposed too much. Alex said he will come up if you type him in. Got over 7 million subs. I've been watching Mr. Ball, and since he had I'm sure it was tens of thousands of subs, and he shot up really quick. My Tennessee said, hey, Hev, sorry I'm late. It's 80 degrees here. Oh, wow. Cack Rangel said, Maria Ingram, I was telling my dad on the phone it's happening at the same time we are one. They can't do this. Oh, no, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, Shannon, not Celsius. Yeah, you would be dead if it was 80 degrees Celsius. You'd be wanting to go underground anyway. There's Mr. Ballin. Hey, Alex, can you find the Mr. Ballin podcast as well and put that link up? Because he's got a lot. He's got a lot. Kings and YouTube are trying to censor him as well. So there you go. King Snurgle said Shannon Spear, he'll be talking degrees Fahrenheit. And Dealey saying, hi, Mona Tennessee. 80 degrees Celsius would be bloody hot. Yeah, it would. Alex said, I'll try and find that Ellen video I haven't posted in the comments later tomorrow. It's called The Truth About Ellen. There's a segment about Anne. Okay, please do. Shannon said, anything revolving around Ellen DeGenerate is sus. It is a Satanist and it's set the same as the temple on Epstein. And its set was the same as the temple on Epstein's Island. It was the blue and white stripes. If you look at Ellen's background in her show and go and look at Epstein's Island with the temple, you'll see. Darren said, I can't afford a car modern enough to have Bluetooth. Mine doesn't either. Don't worry. My Tennessee is saying, hey, Dealey. Shannon said, I know, King, but this is Sparta Air Australia. Keck said, eyes not if his Shif Kittam have a thing to say about it. Alex said, that's like when Lady Diana was killed off. They took 2 hours to make the 2-mile trip. She was alive and would have made it if they hadn't taken so long. Protected, I think. Diana. King Snurgle said, Alex, there you go. I brought up the lesbian murder intrigue. It trapped Hev here longer and stopped her bread run for a while. Job done. You can thank me later, lol. Meanwhile, Hev's hungry. Emma from Oz said, Mr. Ned, he said he saw a video and Anne Hesh sat up as the ambulance was driving away. Keck said, and them kids were not brain dead. George said, yeah, Alex, Princess Diana was murdered. What if she popped up somewhere? I said, the Lord showed me my third powerful rapture dream this morning. I was going to heaven in my body super fast, including supernatural stuff going on. Almighty is amazing. Alex said, that's because he is such a good storyteller. He is. Mr. Ballin, I swear, probably is the best storyteller on YouTube. Keck Rangel said, 80 Fahrenheit is my minimum shirtless temperature. Maria said, no, they were not, Sir Keck. Pippa had 4 hospitals waiting to take her, but the judges in both cases refused to look at the family's evidence and relied solely on what the doctors said. There you go. There's the Mr. Ballin podcast as well. So if he's good at telling stories, I'll tell you that now. Keck Rangel said, my skin can tell the difference between 80 and 79. Maria said, shirtless Sir Keck, giggles. Alex said, I highly recommend Mr. Ballin. Yeah. Maria said, I saw Anne Hesh sitting up in the trolley. Emma from Oz said, bloody good show, gang. Yep, I reckon. GLF said, pro tip, because all the software in your vehicles and the E's, people can hack them, get in the habit of using the e-brake. It may not stop the car, but it will slow it down dramatically. Wow. Alex said, I'm certainly hooked, lol. Yep. Diana's soul is inside Trump's wife, Shannon says. Yeah, after seeing Klaus's moobs, I realise I'm just old little flabby. Yeah, exactly. No one's got boobs like Klaus Schwab has. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there for today. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. And I'm going to put my outro in. And much love to everyone, and I shall see you tomorrow, all going well. Okay, guys. Much love. Oh, I forgot to play. There we go.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.